Hi, welcome.
Hi. Hi.
When you're done.
Woo.
Welcome back to On the Volley. As you can see, I'm surrounded by nutters. Okay, I'm outside the Shamrock Irish pub, just round the corner from the Coliseum on Via del Colosseo. And that was Banana, who's one of the barmen here. Okay, lovely guy, great guy, but fucking psycho. He's mad, yeah. But you know, puts a bit of like character and life into the pub as well. Anyway, excuse me. So look, I'm glad to be back here in Rome. I had a great time the first week of June in Scotland, and I just want to, thank everyone that came out in Scotland to keep me company. Okay, looked after me, showed me around, and come out to the pub, had a few drinks with me as well. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, so shout out to everyone in Edinburgh and everyone in Glasgow. And I had the pleasure to go to Don Max and meet Jackie McNamara. Exchange a few words with Jackie, had a photo taken with him. Here's the photo. Now, it was a great time. Last week, I was on, Wednesday and Thursday, I was in Belfast. And Friday and Saturday, I was in Dublin. And I'd like to give a shout out to all the boys from Ardoyne that really looked after me, okay? Paddy Lavery, okay, got all the boys out, so thanks a lot. Met Paddy Lavery's daughter, Holly, absolutely gorgeous kid. And I had the pleasure to meet Paddy Lavery's mum as well. As you all know, I've been speaking to Paddy since day one, since it started. So, we've kept in contact. He's come over to Rome to see me, and I promised I'd go over to Belfast, and I did. In Dublin, I met some of the people that I've met here in Rome in the past, okay? And everyone came out to see me. We all went out, had a drink. They kept me company, brilliant stuff. But I want to give a special mention to Henry, who came over from London for 2 nights, and Scott, that came over from Edinburgh for 1 night to keep me company, and we had a great time out there. We will definitely be back in Belfast and Dublin again, and I want to do a little bit more of a tour, ample tour of Scotland and Ireland. That I will plan in the future, and I will let everyone know about that. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Celtic, and a few things has happened. We've got news, some of it is old, obviously, but I'm going to go through it anyway. I think the first best news that we had was the fact that Kyogo has extended his contract. As you all know, his contract was going to run out in 2 years. He's extended it, so his contract is now a 4-year contract, and that is great news, because let's be honest, I'm not going to say we were worried, okay, but the rumours, I'll be honest, I was a little bit concerned. I was thinking to myself, well, hold on a second. I know Kyogo loves the club. You can see it every game, especially at the end of the game. He's the first one that runs up, okay, to the fans, and, he calls all the players over, and he celebrates with the fans at the end of the game. So you can see his passion. You can see the guy's love for Celtic and the Celtic fan base. So, based on that, I was quite sure that he'd stay. But there was the Ange Postecoglou factor. I'm thinking to myself, well, if Ange comes in for him, would he go to Tottenham? I did say in one of my past videos, I believe that he wouldn't go anywhere else. If Ange had come in for him, then he might have gone to Tottenham. But hey, ifs and buts. Ange didn't come in for him, and I think there's a clause in his contract, when he left Celtic and went over to Spurs, that he wasn't allowed to get players from us. I'm not too sure about that. I do believe that's the case. That's what I've read. That's a notice that I've got. So, he's with us. But look, let's not forget something. Although he signed a 4-year contract, doesn't really mean anything. Yes, it gives us a bit more security. It definitely means that Kyogo will be there for another season. But at the end of next season, at the end of this season, shall I say, which is going to start on the 5th of August, at the end of this season, if he scores 30 goals, 35, if he keeps playing how he's been playing, and let's not forget, he scored 54 goals in 2 seasons. 54 goals in 2 seasons. That's prolific. So if he keeps up his form, which I have no doubts that he will, I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, unless he gets injuries, unless, you know, fingers crossed, let's hope not. I'm pretty sure that there will be vultures, people, teams, clubs sniffing around at the end of next season. So let's just make the most of it. I don't want to go and look too far into the future. He's signed a contract, he's here. He's got a massive pay bump, well deserved. I don't know how much he's earning, over a season. All I do know is that they've given him a massive pay bump, so he must be happy with that. Then the other news, Dyson Maeda. Now, Dyson Maeda, same thing. Okay, his contract ran out in 2 years. He's extended it, a 4-year contract. I am well chuffed about that. Listen, let's not forget, Maeda at the beginning, you know, he was, how do you say, criticised, if you like, yeah, bad first touch, okay, right, the last ball wasn't great, so on and so forth, but he's really come into himself, and he has practically always been the first name on the team sheet. The reason for that is because this guy runs the whole length of the pitch, up, down, up, down, up, down. That guy epitomizes exactly what Ange Postecoglou has, instilled in the Celtic players, and that is, we never stop. And Dyson Maeda is definitely one that never ever stops. That guy has 4 engines running him, and he scores goals. He scores goals, never gives up, he's always there, and I tell you what, you always need a player like Dyson Maeda. So another great coup for us, I believe, yeah. So, the only person we're waiting on is, I believe, Rio Hatate, for me, okay, the main one. Now, Rio Hatate has come out, okay, there has been rumours about the fact that maybe Saudi Arabia, they wanted to go in for him as well. But apparently he's come out and said he's not interested in Saudi Arabia. He's interested in the challenge. His goal is to go in to one of the bigger leagues, if you like, which is the EPL, La Liga, Bundesliga, or Serie A in Italy, I don't know, okay? But he's looking to, basically challenge himself in the future. But for now, he said he's concentrated on Celtic. So I believe, again, hold on, at least for another season we have him. That's what I honestly believe. So I'm happy with that as well. Now, a major coup, well, something that really shocked me, to be totally honest. Callum McGregor, 5-year contract. Now, to be totally honest, I don't know. I can't remember how long Callum McGregor had on his contract, but they've tied him down for 5 years. Now, I think that's mega, to be totally honest. I think it's well deserved. I think if it was any other player, they may not, at his age, been given a 5-year contract. But that is testament to Celtic, and they're basically saying, you know what, for what you've given to the club, for your loyalty, we're gonna, give you this 5-year contract. And I agree with it 100%. So I'm happy for the guy. He's the engine in the club. And let's not forget, 2 seasons ago, when Scott Brown left, we were all worried about who was gonna pick up and, step up and take Scott Brown's place. We didn't see anybody. Now, Callum McGregor has stepped up to the plate okay, and he's done a fantastic job. So I'm very happy about that as well. You know, and that's it so far on you know, the transfers, if you like, okay, you know. They're not really transfers, but they are good coups, if you like, yeah. The fact that, you know, we've extended contracts, we've tied our current players down. Can't ask for more than that. So the board are obviously backing Brendan Rodgers, because you can't say they're not. And I have a good feeling for this season. Like I said, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to start. Now, on another point, Jota, you know, just like a few days back, yeah, 3, 4, 5 days back, whatever, I was reading on Instagram, Jota hasn't thanked the Celtic fan base. He's gone on a social media silence, so on and so forth. And to be totally honest, yes, he did. So I could understand the comments coming out. You'd have expected, you know, some kind of statement from him straight away. But then again, we don't know, you know, what your situation is, what you're dealing with, you know, what with a transfer to Saudi Arabia. He could have come out with a comment which, you know, lasted, you know, 2, 3, 4 sentences, and just come out with it, and it come out in the newspaper or on his Instagram account, yeah. But you know what? I take my hat off to that boy, because he's come out, done a video to all the fan base and staff and everybody, okay? And it was such a heartfelt video. I mean, the guy turns around and basically says he thinks he loves Celtic more than he's loved any of his ex-girlfriends. And I understand that completely, and I think that epitomizes exactly, okay, the love towards Celtic Football Club, which just goes to show that Jota completely understands, okay, the passion that Celtic and the Celtic fans have, okay, and he encompassed and embraced that passion. You know, it was like watching him, and it was like, because he done that video, it's like he was talking to me. Do you know, it was personal. And I think a lot of people that I've spoken to, and a lot of people that I haven't spoken to, the ones I have spoken to, they've said to me they felt as if it was a personal message to them. People I haven't had a chance to speak to, I think they'll feel the same way. So I thought that was class, a class act from Jota. Well done, son. That was brilliant, and that was well appreciated. And to be totally honest, I had no doubts really that he would come out with some kind of statement, because you could see his love and passion for the club when he played. Look at the times when, you know, he'd score and he'd just go and just chuck himself into the crowd. That was pure passion. So, well done, Jota. All the best in your future. Then, I also saw Ange Postecoglou's press conference, and the thing that I loved about Ange is he basically came out and said what we all knew anyway. The reason he left Celtic is because he had a new challenge. He said it. He likes to take new challenges, and the challenges that he likes, okay, are the ones where he has to go and build, or even more than build, rebuild, okay, which is basically what he did when he came to Celtic, yeah. He had to basically rebuild the club, which he did, and he's left us on some solid structure. And I honestly believe, and he's come out and said it, that is the only reason why he left Celtic. He didn't leave for the money. I don't believe Ange is the type of person that would have left Celtic for the money. He said we're a special club. He loves the club, okay? He loves the fan base. He loves everything about Celtic, but he loves new challenges, okay? He loves to challenge himself all the time. He's so underrated, it's unbelievable. Same thing is happening to him as it did when he was at Celtic. you know, people coming out and saying he's going to be sacked by Christmas. They're now saying the same thing now that he's at Spurs. He's used to that. But look, let's make no mistake about it. As much as I love Ange, as much as I believe he will be a success, he will turn Spurs, Tottenham, their fortune around. As much as I think he will make them a better club and challenging, the Premier League is a little bit more difficult than the Scottish League. I hate to say it, it's a fact, it's the truth. He's going to find he's in a completely different league to the last 3 leagues that he managed. And we're talking, you know, in Australia, Japan and Scotland. That said, I still think he's going to be a success. I've had a lot of arguments, okay, with some of my friends, okay, who support different EPL teams. They don't believe it. They all think that he's going to foul. And the first thing I hear is, oh, well, you know, if Conte couldn't do it, if Mourinho couldn't do it, okay, who is Ange? I told him, you're about to fucking find out who Ange is. That's it, you know. Anyway, I actually did a video yesterday, and to be totally honest, okay, I had made a few mistakes. I noticed it afterwards. I was under the influence of alcohol again. Today I'm not, so I don't think I've made any mistakes. I will be rewatching the video, but I just want to add a little clip. It's going to be added on now, of a young lady I spoke to yesterday, Mary, who is part of the Croydon Celtic Supporters Club. Yeah, so here it is. Right, now I've been very, very lucky to meet an absolutely gorgeous bird from Glasgow, okay, Mary, okay, I'm not too sure she's a virgin, Mary, but definitely Mary, okay. And Mary, tell them, what do you do?
Not for a job.
Celtic, no, Celtic,
from the Celtic
right.
point of view.
Yeah.
We were the boys of Croydon at one point, and we've all joined teams with down at the Railway Tavern in Sydenham. So we have a number of clubs all joined together there on match days. Yanis, who's the owner, is absolutely brilliant. So anytime, guys, find your way down to the Railway Tavern, Sydenham, and you'll have a ball and meet all the rest of us Celtic people.
Well, there you go. So if you're in the area, the Railway Tavern, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in Sydenham. If you're a Celtic supporter, okay, make sure you go down there, okay, and join. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a blast. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone else?
Now, guys, don't know who's watching this, but Pat, Vinny, Stevie, any one of you guys that I love the most. See you soon when the season starts.
Well, there you have it, okay, from Mary, not the Virgin Mary apparently, but definitely Mary from Glasgow. Me, Shah, we're out.
Take care.
Anyway, that's it from me, okay. I'm not too sure, but I think Keeper's gonna add some photos of my trip to Scotland and my trip to Ireland and some of the people I was with. But anyway, apart from that, that's it for me, okay. Me, Shah, I'm out, baby.